So, first time out in ages. Since, well, for those of you that don't know, I won't go into details, but BBC DIY SOS completely refitted our house for our kids. So it's been a while since I've actually managed to get out, especially with to record a vlog. And I thought conditions are looking nice down there. I'm only local at Burnbeck Pier, but conditions are looking nice. Really nice flat calm tide. That would be great. A little bit of cloud in the sky, so sunset should be fairly good. But come down here thinking it'd be nice and quiet. And there's a couple of guys down on the beach there with a stereo banging away, and yeah, just completely ruined the piece. But each their own, isn't it? But I'm going to carry on anyway. But hopefully the crap that they're playing doesn't disturb us too much. Hopefully I'll be able to. I'm using the new Nisi V6 holder system, so I'm hoping I'll be able to sort of show you that. I've used it once before so far, and it's a nice improvement over the V5. There's a few little things that are just a lot easier to use, so I'll try and show you guys that as well. Yeah, but I mean, you can see out there, it's looking nice and calm, fairly peaceful. There's a little bit of wispy cloud. Almost looks like there's a bit of kind of fog out on the horizon there, but hopefully the cloud that is there will hold the sun back a little bit during sunset, and once it's gone down, hopefully it'll put a bit of colour into the sky. So yeah, we'll see. I'll come back to you in a minute when I can be bothered to get the camera out and actually set up. Yeah. Alright guys, so this is the V6, Nisi V6 holder system, and you can see one of the first things you notice is the cut off corners. This makes it a lot easier to push out your filters. You can push them out that little bit further by pushing down on the corners there. It's also got a little lock screw. This one here, you've got the release button and then a little lock screw, so you can twist that and it just stops it from sliding around. Yeah, it's a worthy upgrade, I think. I find it a lot easier to use than the other one. Yeah, so I'm going to chuck this on. I've already got the ring on with the polarizer in. You see, the polarizer system is exactly the same as the V5 one. You can rotate it with the little wheels. And yeah, I've already got that on, so I'm going to chuck this on now. I'm going to go with a 3-stop medium grad, I think, at the moment. I might chuck the 10-stop on, I don't know, we'll have a look. Just going to go with it, I think, just do what I feel, really. No real plan, but it's just nice to be out. Like I said, it's been a while, so, well, it's been ages since I've done a video, so yeah, I'll just go with it. Alright, yeah, so sun's still quite high in the sky, but I thought I'd just grab a shot anyway. So I chucked 0.9 medium edge Nisi grad on, and the Landscape polarizer with the V6 holder system. I've got it sat on the Vanguard Alta Pro 2 Plus 263 CT carbon tripod. I've got a 3-legged thing Airhed head on, which is one I tend to use. And yeah, so I grabbed a shot. And using the D810, it's got quite good dynamic range. So I'm shooting at f13, ISO 64, 17mm, and I'm getting a speed of 1/10 of a second. This seems to be giving me a fairly balanced exposure. The only blown out bit is the sun. Like I said, the diffused clouds, the diffused light is it's relatively soft, and I can already see some colour coming through there. So I got some, I got a good hopes for the sunset. So we'll see what happens. All right, guys. So I decided to move because those guys over there were just making it impossible to film. The audio would have just been crap. So I've just moved probably only 30 or 40 metres over down into a different little cove, and we'll see what I can do from here. As it is, I kind of like this composition better anyway, so yeah, I suppose I've got them to thank for that, really. But we'll see what happens. So I'll take a shot now, and then I'll sort you through the settings and and talk about what I got. Alright guys, to get what I wanted here, because the sun's still obviously quite high, I want a shutter speed of around about a second, so I want to catch just a little bit of movement. Using just a 0.9 medium grad, it was only giving me like a sixth of a second or something like that. It wasn't really long enough, but if I chuck a 6-stop on, it's going to be too much. So what I've decided to do is stack my grad. So I've got a 0.9 medium edge, and I've dropped a 1.2 soft edge grad in over the top of that, and that's given me about a second or so. So it's, yeah, so I've managed to get the shutter speed exactly where I want it without having to you know, stop down the aperture too much. I don't like going any more than sort of 13, 16 maximum really, but that's only, you know, when I've got no choice. But yeah, that seems to work alright, so hopefully I'll be able to show you that shot. Being that they're Nisi filters, you know, I can't see any colour cast at all on the screen, so I don't think I'm going to have anything to worry about in post there. But yeah, where there's a will there's a way, see? You've just got to try these things. So yeah, I'll take another few shots and hopefully I'll have something to show you. Not a bad little composition this. My hand was forced really, but I think it's actually turned out alright. It was turning out alright, I'm not done yet. I've centred, basically I've got rocks on either side of me. A little bit of a cove here with the water coming in, wet rocks. Nice bit of golden glow on them. I've put the main body of the pier right in the centre because it's framed by these rocks. So yeah, I'm shooting vertically as well, which is just something I'm into at the moment. And it seems to be going alright. So again, it's about timing, just trying to catch those waves just right. Usually when they're going out, gives you the best trails. And I'm shooting at f13. I've got 1.3 seconds by stacking those grads that I was talking about earlier, which is actually working out really, really well. Yeah, it's a nice composition. There's kind of S-lines that go through in the water that takes you out to the pier. Sun's just off centre to the right. Yeah, it's looking good, I think. But you know, hopefully I'll be able to show you in a minute. So, and I forgot to mention, it's a bank holiday and the sun is shining. Got to make the most of it, haven't you? Now I do have a couple of fishermen up on the rocks there, which I mean, the guy was waiting for the tide to come in before I got here. I did ask him if I was going to be in his way, but he says no. But as soon as he starts casting, that's going to be it. It's going to be over for me, because the D810, I've done it before. I've had fishermen cast over the top. It picks up the bloody fishing line. It's just ridiculous. And you can see it. I mean, I could clone it out. I may do. It depends. We'll see what happens. But yeah, it's the trouble with having a bloody sensor that picks up everything, I suppose. But yeah, I'm liking the look of this. And like I say, it's nice to be out. You know, it's Easter Good Friday. The sun's out, which is a rarity, isn't it? For bank holiday weekend. But I'll turn you around and show you what we're looking at. So if I just slack on that one. There you go. So there's the cove, a little bit of the cove that I was telling you about. Giving me an S bend through, straight out to the pier, framed by rocks over there. Yeah, I think it's actually looking alright. Get me back on point. There's the camera, there it is. So yeah, so I think I'm going to have a half decent shot to show you. Just going to wait for that sun to go down a bit more and then I'll catch up with you in a bit. Might actually go over the other side now. I can see the guys are going to start fishing in a minute, and it is going to cause me an issue, to be fair, and it's one that I don't really want to mess about with. Yeah, so I'm going to go over the other side and see if I can find a composition over there. It's just a shame really, because I like this composition, but by the time that sun goes down, I know what will happen. I'll get into a good composition. I'll get something really good going, and then I'll have a fishing line through the middle of my shot, and it's just a hassle I could do without, to be fair. So, like I said, it's not their fault. They were there before me, so can't really say much. But I'll catch up with you in a minute when I go and find another composition. Alright, so I just officially had the crap scared out of me. I don't know if you can hear this. Ready? Hang on. It's some blowhole through the cracks in the rocks. Obviously there's a cave underneath where the water's rushing and pushing the air out. I came around the corner and it gushed up with air. It scared the crap out of me. But there we are. I don't think I'm going to find any more compositions, which is a shame because it's going to be a nice sunset. Looks like there's a kayaker out there now, so I might change lenses and zoom in for some tight shots, I suppose. But they're a bit cliche really. You know, it'll end up being a typical silhouette type shot. Sadly there's nothing north. It looks towards Sand Point, but from this viewpoint there's nothing to see. I mean, it's a shame because look at that tide. It's beautifully flat. Gorgeous flat calm out there. But I think the fisherman's lines are going to cause me a problem. Like I said, you know, it is what it is, isn't it? I don't know. Might have another. I'll have a wander around, see what I can find. But this thing that keeps breathing down my neck is. I'm going to get wet in a minute. It's going to shoot a load of water out there. I can see it. So I'll catch up with you in a bit. Now, I've had people in the past question why I use a polarizer directly into the sun, because you know, if you've used a polarizer you know that they work better than 90 degrees to the sun for the polarized effect in the sky and everything. But they're not just for that, you know, they can do a lot more with them, like cutting down reflections, and you know, you can toy with how the water looks, and you know, how much shine you've got on the rocks and things like that, on wet rocks. So yeah, that's the reason why. It's not to mention the fact that the Nisi Landscape polarizer, it helps with sort of like micro contrast and things like that, and it just makes the image, it just makes it appear a little bit sharper. It pops a bit better. But you know, so don't ever think that don't ever think that you can't use a polarizer directly into the sun, because it's horses for courses. It's about what you want it for. And it might, you know, in this case, if you use a polarizer right on the sea, especially when it's calm like this, you can get a really, really amazing look to the water. If you can get your shutter speed right, it almost looks like it's made of plastic, and it just looks fantastic. So it's a case of just, you know, have a play with it and see what you can do. But yeah, so that's the reason, you know, that's why I use a polarizer when shooting into the sun. It's horses for courses. I don't always use them, but 9 times out of 10 with the sunset I will if I'm shooting the coast. Yeah, so there you go. That's why I use it shooting into the sun. Right, so I might have actually found another composition that I like, and the fishermen, they're fishing close into the shore, so their line is coming down about here, and I can get the tip of this bit outwards. I should be able to keep their line out of the frame, but the composition, you've got some dark rocks, these dark rocks here, and down by my feet it's a lighter grey rock with some yellow lichen and moss and things like that on it. So there's a nice kind of contrast between those two. A little bit of water coming in the left corner, and then the pier I've put central again, and the sun off to the right, so I'm hoping it's going to kind of balance. Yeah, I mean, it's obviously not exposing very well here because, you know, what exposure is exposing for the foreground. But there's some really nice hazy clouds around, and there's going to be, I think there's going to be some cracking colour tonight. So I'm going to stick this out because I think this could work. Yeah, let's see. Alright, so let's see if I can show you this shot. It's f13, ISO 64, 2 seconds. Got the Nisi Landscape polarizer with the V6 holder, and I've got a 0.9 medium Nisi grad, and I've stacked it with a 1.2 soft edge grad, which is a good combination because you haven't got the two thicker edges. The soft one kind of makes it a bit more, you know, there's a better transition when stacking. And yeah, so 17mm, 2 seconds, f13, ISO 64, and we are getting, let's bring this up, see if I can show you this. Too many reflections, isn't there? Damn it. But we can get it to focus. Let's try that again. Well, anyway, you can see the lighter rocks down in the bottom right, darker rocks in the middle, pier in the centre, sun off to the right. I'm hoping that, in fact, I'm going to move the camera a little bit left because it's still not quite yet balanced enough for me, but anyway. Right, so we're about half an hour away from sunset now. Tide's still flat calm, beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Yeah, clouds are still looking good. I do worry though it's going to be a bit thick on the horizon. I can still see the Welsh coastline though, so I think we're going to be alright. Yeah, that's lighting up nicely. I'm going to grab this shot because it's just broken through a bit better. Yeah, that's nice. The sun's reflecting nicely straight up the channel, or straight across the channel. It's the sun at the moment is right above Flatholm, and the light is hitting. A long lens would be really good here now, because you've got Flatholm there, and there's a lighthouse right on the end, on the south side of it, and the sun's directly above it, and the water directly in front of Flatholm, exactly where the lighthouse is, it's just lit up golden, and it's reaching out towards me. Looks fantastic, but I can't be bothered to switch a lens over, and I've only got 105mm anyway. It wouldn't really be long enough, but like a 70 to 200 or even 100 to 400 now, cut in tight to that, it'd be an absolutely stunning shot. There we go. Is what it is, isn't it? But yeah, it's nice to be out. It's nice to be back on video again. You guys might not think so, but there we go. What else can I tell you? I don't know. Yeah. Well, I can tell you that, you know, obviously with Nisi filters being colour neutral, you can stack them with no great issues. Like I said earlier, I'm using a 0.9 medium edge grad on first, after the polarizer, and then a 1.2 soft edge grad. And it's a really good combination because the medium kind of holds, you know, the transition is a bit more aggressive. It's not as bad as some, and the soft is often a little bit too soft, so I tend to favour a medium. But for stacking, the soft works really well because you don't get a thicker kind of line where the transition is. It tends to be a little bit softer, so it's all good. And yeah, so we're about half an hour away now, so we'll see what happens. Lovely bit of detail in the clouds now. It's a shame that a plane's just flown straight through the middle, but there we go. It is what it is. I can't wait for it to go down because we're going to get some amazing colour. Like I said, I can still see the Welsh coastline, so what normally happens with me is I come out to shoot a sunset on the coast and clouds looking great, you know, nice bit of detail up there, thinking this is going to work really well. A nice bit of colour's gonna happen, and then literally a thick band of cloud will just appear right across that horizon, and that's it. Sunset? Yeah, right. What sunset? Gone. but I can still see Flatholm, still see the Welsh hills. It's going to be fine, it's going to be fine. The fishermen have just pulled their lines in for a minute, so I managed to just change my composition slightly and incorporate more of the rock to the left, which they were, which their lines were behind. I'll probably take a few with their lines in anyway, because like I said, it's no major issue to clone out. It's just time that I didn't want to have to spend really. But I'm just going to grab this shot because there's some nice looking clouds in front of that sun. So I'm now up to 4 seconds, f13, ISO 64 at 17mm, using the D810 and the 17-35 Tamron. Focus into infinity as usual with this lens. That works really well. I'm getting a really good with this stacked grads. I'm getting a really good balanced exposure. Histogram's looking fantastic because the wispy clouds are holding back that sun. I'm not really getting any blown out highlights at all, so it's obviously the centre of the sun. There's no detail in that anyway. No, it's looking really good. The way these shots are coming out and the colours, and wow, it's a massive log. I thought we were being attacked by a giant crocodile or something, but there's a huge log over there floating down the channel. Yeah, as I was saying, the colours that I'm getting here, they remind me of shots that I took over in Palma Nova, sunrise shots. It looked, the colours and the feel was exactly the same as this, except, at 7 in the morning it was like 20 degrees, but, it's all good. But no, it's nice to be out. Yeah, it's going to work well. That is one big ass log. It doesn't look it from there, but it's huge. And you know what I was saying earlier about that layer of cloud that comes along and hampers my sunsets? Yeah, it's happening. Let me show you. See that thick black layer that's obscuring that sun? Yeah. It happens every time. So the fishermen are back out again now, so I've had to swing round kind of over this way a bit more, so I put the sun in the centre. Not that I think we're going to get any more out of it, because it's now disappearing behind that cloud, so in true sweet photography fashion. And the giant crocodile is floating around just there. Yeah, looks like we're just about to say goodbye to the sunset. I'm going to stick this out for a bit, just in case that colour comes through afterwards. But I don't know. Not a great first video. Not much to show you, I don't think. Well, not in the actual sunset. Hopefully, there's a couple of shots that I can show you. Such a shame because it was looking so promising. There we are. Win some, you lose some there, right? Shh. But thankfully, the fishermen can't cast for shit. They're only about 20 feet off the cliff. So they're not in my shot. But I still don't have a sunset. I don't think this is going to happen, so I'm going to knock it on the head tonight. I think I might have got a couple of shots, but we'll see. Well, if I have, you would have seen them by now, so there we are. Yeah, I can see that the cloud is too thick on the horizon over there, so I'm not going to get anything out of this tonight, so we'll have to take what we've got and leave it at that. So thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed already, hit the subscribe button if you like the video, give it a thumbs up, and hopefully I'll catch you next time.